Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to crack open a toolkit, but not for fixing your car. This one's for making way better decisions. It's called Managerial Economics, and it's a game-changing framework for how you tackle choices, both in business and, believe it or not, in your own life.
You know that feeling, right? You've got all these options in front of you, but your time, your money, they're definitely not endless. You get a bonus. Is it the vacation or the new laptop? Your company has a budget. Does it go to marketing or R&D? You've got a goal, but you can't do everything at once. So the real question is, how do you make the best choice?
And that feeling right there is the absolute core of economics. It's the science of making decisions when you can't have it all. Our resources, whether it's time, money, or even just our attention, are limited. The big word for this is scarcity. And because of scarcity, every single choice we make means giving something else up. It's all about trade-offs. So, how do we navigate this? Well, that's where our toolkit comes in. Managerial economics takes that fundamental idea of scarcity and gives us a practical framework. It's all about learning how to aim your limited resources at a specific goal in the smartest, most efficient way possible. And that goal could be anything. Maximizing profits, sure, but also serving more people at a food bank, or even just acing your next exam. All right, let's open up this toolkit. The very first tool we're pulling out is all about understanding what a decision really costs. I mean, think about it. If you don't know the true cost of something, there's no way you can make the best choice. To get this right, you have to learn to see profit through two different sets of glasses. First, there's accounting profit. This is the simple one. Total money in, minus the obvious out-of-pocket costs you paid. We call those explicit costs. But then, an economist puts on a different pair of glasses and sees a hidden cost, something we call an implicit cost. And that hidden, implicit cost, it has a name: opportunity cost. And this is a huge idea. It's the value of the next best thing you gave up to do what you're doing. So if you spend an hour watching a movie, the cost wasn't zero. The cost was the value of what you could have done with that hour: studying, working, calling a friend. That's the real, true cost of your decision. Now, when a business chases economic profit, the kind that accounts for opportunity cost, it's not just about being greedy. It's actually a powerful signal. Adam Smith nailed this hundreds of years ago. High economic profit is like a giant flashing sign that tells everyone, hey, what you're doing right here, right now, society really, really values it. It pulls resources to where they're needed most. Okay, let's grab our next tool. We've talked about figuring out if a choice is a good one, but a lot of decisions aren't just a simple yes or no. They're about how much. This is where we need to learn to think at the margin. This is what managers wrestle with all day long. It's rarely about shutting everything down or going all in. It's about those small, incremental choices. Do we hire one more salesperson? Is it worth studying for one more hour? Or are you just going to fry your brain? Where's the sweet spot? How do you know when enough is enough? The secret is to weigh two things against each other at every single step. First, you ask, what's the marginal benefit? In plain English, what's the extra little bit of good stuff I get from doing this one more time? And then you compare that to the marginal cost. What's the extra little price I have to pay for that exact same step? And that brings us to the golden rule here, the marginal principle. It's so simple but so powerful. You keep doing the thing, keep studying, keep hiring, keep producing, as long as that extra benefit is greater than the extra cost. The exact moment they become equal, you stop. That's your optimal point. If you take one more step, the cost will be higher than the benefit, and you'll actually start going backward. Okay, so we've got our core principles. Understand the real cost and think at the margin. But you might be wondering, that's great, but where do I get the actual numbers to do this? Excellent question. That brings us to our final section, moving from theory to practice by using data. Whoa, okay, I know this looks like a spreadsheet that'll put you to sleep. A bunch of columns, weird stats terms, but relax, we're not about to do a math lecture. To make a really powerful decision here, we only need to zoom in on one single number. Let me show you. There it is, -2.60. That's our magic number. In the table, it's called the coefficient for price. Basically, a computer analyzed a ton of past sales data and spit this out for us. And this one little number, it holds the key to our entire pricing strategy. So what on earth does it mean in plain English? It gives us an incredibly precise and useful insight. For every $1 we increase our price, we can expect our sales to drop by about 2.6 units. And just like that, pricing isn't a wild guess anymore. It's a calculated trade-off. This is how modern decisions get made, not with a gut feeling, but with data.
And I gotta say, this toolkit isn't some exclusive thing for Fortune 500 CEOs. The manager of a nonprofit figuring out how to distribute aid most effectively, they're using these ideas. An entrepreneur trying to nail the perfect price for their new product, you bet. And honestly, you use these concepts too, probably without even realizing it, every time you decide how to spend your precious time and money.
So I'm going to leave you with a question. Think about one decision you have to make this week. Big or small, it doesn't matter. Now just try to look at it through this new lens. What's the real cost? The opportunity cost you're paying? And what does the marginal principle tell you about taking that very next step? Give it a shot. You might be shocked at how much clearer the right path becomes. That's the power of this toolkit.